This is really interesting. In verse 22, this is the creation of the woman, Eve. But you don't hear Eve coming into the earth saying, "Where's my man?" Huh? Am I reading it right? It says the man said. Eve came into the earth. Watch this. Adam was the one who was broken. Eve came into the earth whole. She had both ribs. Society wants women to believe you're broken if you're not with somebody. But God says the woman came into the earth complete, not seeking or needing anyone or anything. I don't know who I'm talking to today, but you got to stand in your power. You are one of one. There's nothing wrong with you if you're not with somebody. You as a woman are complete. You're whole. And I gotta say it because I'm tired of us supporting a culture that tries to make women think there's something wrong with them if they're not married. It's just not true.
1 Corinthians 11 verse 8. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. All praise to YAHAWAH, BaHaSHam, YAHAWASHI. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. This lesson will be entitled, Devon Franklin is Going Off. Women were created for men. Women were created for men. To put it in short, Eve was put here to be a wife, not a single harlot. Okay? And you saw the video in the beginning. All right, the title of that video, you can see it. Eve came into the earth whole, not broken. Nothing is wrong with unmarried women. And this snippet of a sermon was done by this guy, Devon Franklin. I didn't really know who he was, but I kind of looked it up. All right, when I went to the video, if you go to the very beginning of it, right here, let's see if we can bring it up. Salakia. Pause it. And right here, you can see at the bottom, it says right here, Devon Franklin, spiritual sword, hashtag press play. Are you tired of how the culture tries to make women feel that something is wrong with if they're not in a relationship or married? It's just not true. All right. So that, and it says hashtag Devon Franklin. So when I saw his name, I basically looked the guy up. And lo and behold, this is none other than the dude that was married to Megan Good. All right, they got a divorce, so obviously the dude is hurt. He's pandering and catering to women, you know, talking madness, going against the scriptures. You can see it right here. Pastor Devon Franklin, Megan Good's ex-husband, panders to women, stating the Most High created them perfect. All right, and see, they're the weaker vessel. But anyway, that dude is, hey, he's just like any other Christian. It's all they do is lie on the scriptures. And from what I understand, this chick, she done moved on, right? And she hooked up with Jonathan Majors, whoever that is. I mean, I don't get all into the Hollywood bullshit. I don't even care. But when it comes to false doctrine, we have to, you know, rebuke this shit. Now, this video was sent to me by the elder brother Tazawam from GMS Atlanta. All right, and basically, I mean, once I saw it, I knew right away I would probably go into a lesson. So is that true? You know, we're not really going to deal on, because look, man and woman both are perfect creations in the way that the Most High made them. But what this dude is talking about, he going off. He trying to make it go back to the fact that woman was taken out of man and the man was broken because he needed it or whatever. I don't even remember how the dude said it, but he's going off. And the reason why he's going off, because the scriptures tell you that, you know, he basically is, let me state it right. He's saying there's nothing wrong with unmarried women. For the most part, if a woman's not married, it may just not be her time yet. But the completion, right? Men and women complete the family. Okay? Meaning what? When a man is alone, he can have children with other women. But the thing is, the Most High made women to be with men. He made men and women to be together. He didn't intend for there'll be a whole bunch of single ass women. Now in this society, dudes is basically trying to take up for women and make them feel good about being single and alone and all that. That's a bunch of bullshit. Most of them are alone because they don't want to be submissive. They don't want to play the role that's been given unto them. But scripturally, let's analyze it. He's definitely going off. The scriptures tell you that women were made for men. This dude basically just pulled that out of his ass. So again, 1 Corinthians, and Devon Franklin, or Devon Franklin, however you say his name, he's going off. He's a false prophet, a Christian crony, another false prophet. 1 Corinthians 11:8, for the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. For all you people out there to holler, well, you know, if it wasn't no women, it wouldn't be no men. Okay, because you were taken out of man. The man, for the man is not of the woman, but the woman is of the man. You understand that? Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. You women were created for men. You were put here as an accessory, like a belt or a purse or a pair of damn shoes. You were put here as an accessory. And I'm sorry for the way that I'm saying it, but it's the truth. Okay? You were made for men. If we go to Genesis 2, and this in the details when you read it, okay, you can find these things. Now this is Genesis chapter 2. And I'm gonna go here. Just bear with me here, because this dude basically went to verse 22, and let's read it. It says, "In the rib which the Lord power had taken from man, made he a woman, and brought her unto the man." See, he uses to say the man was incomplete and all this other stuff, and the woman was made perfect or whatever. She was made for men. She was made to be with a man. She was made to be a wife. Verse 23 says, "And the woman said, This is now," Slakia, and Adam said, "This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Listen, therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh." You see? So the woman was made for the man. He's going to leave his parents, and she going to leave her parents, and they're going to cleave together. Even the Savior said that. Let's see. Just bear with me here. See if I can bring up one flesh. And this is really easy. It's very easy. You Christians are so basic and dumb. We always tell you that their doctrines are not based on the scriptures. It's loosely based on the scriptures. So this is Matthew 19:5. "And he said, For this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh. Wherefore they are no more twain, but one flesh. What therefore the Most High hath joined together, let no man put asunder." You see? And it's also in Ephesians 5:31. For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall be joined to his wife, and they two shall be one flesh. See? It's plainly right there. All right, now I want to go on. Let's go back to Genesis 3 now, because in the details you hear it, what's being said. And this doesn't have to be a long lesson. So when Eve went off and listened to the serpent, when the Most High started to question Adam, listen to what Adam said. This is Genesis 3, and I'm going to start at verse 11. "And he said, Who told thee that thou wast naked? Hast thou eaten of the tree whereof I commanded thee that thou shouldest not eat? And the man said, The woman whom thou gavest to be with me." You hear that? "The woman whom thou gavest to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I did eat." The point here being, the woman, the Most High made a woman to be with Adam. See, that was his decree. Matter of fact, we got to go back to Genesis 2. I don't know how I missed that. Genesis 2. Because the Most High decreed it. He said, "I'm going to make you a helper." See, the woman was never put here to be on her own, doing her own thing. She was never put here for that. But Devon Franklin is just trying to, he hurt inside because his wife, he lost his wife. I get it. But at the end of the day, hey, that's of the Lord. However it's going, you know what I mean? All right, Genesis 2:18. "And the Lord power said, It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him an helpmeet for him." See that? You was made for us. I'm going to read it again. "The Lord power said," Yahawah It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him an helpmeet for him. See, the women you would put here for yourself to be single and roam around the city, sex in the city. No, you was put here to be with a man. You were put here for a man, to be a wife. That's why you was put here. To bring children into the world, not to be a damn single woman. This dude is catering to women. He's pandering to women because, number one, he hurt, right? And his woman somewhere else with somebody else. Like I said, I get it. But and also too, he's trying to remain relevant, and he's catering to these fucking women. And these preachers always do this shit, man. It's really sad that these guys do that. Not sad in the sense of boo-hoo sad, but sad in the sense of it shows that you're on a low vibrational, you're on a low vibration, man. When you gotta, try to dumb the gospel down so that women feel good about themselves. No, you just bring it out straight the way that it is, and they can handle it. Women like it better when you tell them the truth, man. And the truth is they was put here for us. You know what I mean? We read it already. Then we took it off, but we can go back and bring it back up. So we read that again. When you continue reading Genesis 3 again and 12, and the man said, the woman whom thou gavest to be with me. That's why she was created, to be with him. It's not good that man should be alone. I will make for him a helpmeet. See? The woman whom thou gavest to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I did eat. Now, when you go down, verse 16, unto the woman, this is the Most High speaking to the woman now. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. You see that? He shall rule over thee. You were put here as a subordinate under your husband. You wasn't put here to be in charge, to be single, to be on your own, roaming the damn earth, being all damn thirsty. That's not why the Lord put your ass here. He put you here to be with men, to be with your husband, should I say. Look at this, the NLT. Then he said to the woman, I will sharpen the pain of your pregnancy, and in pain you will give birth, and you will desire to control your husband, but he will rule over you. In the eyes of the Lord, the man is the one that's in authority. NIV, to the woman he said, I will make your pains in childbearing very severe. With painful labor you will give birth to children. Your desire will be for your husband, and he will rule over you. ESV. It's pretty much the same thing. It says, to the woman he said, I will surely multiply your pain in childbearing. In pain you shall bring forth children. Your desire shall be contrary to your husband, but he shall rule over you. Yeah, you're going to want to do your own thing, but he's your boss. And a lot of women going to hate that. He's your boss. Ain't no man tell me what to do. That's why you don't got a husband, because your ass can't be told what to do. You damn wicked. You wicked. That's why. That's what's wrong with you. Let me see if I can get it from the Good News Translation. Genesis 3 and verse 16. Doggone it. All right. Genesis 3, verse 16. And he said to the woman, I will increase your trouble in pregnancy and your pain in giving birth. In spite of this, you will still have desire for your husband, yet you will be subject to him. And what does the king have? The king has subjects. And when the word sub means under the rule of, you're subjected under the rule of your husband. He shall rule over you. Now, if we go back to 1 Corinthians 11, just to complete that thought. And the point is in verse 9. 1 Corinthians 11 and 9. And we'll start at 8. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. You were put here with a purpose in mind by the Heavenly Father. And that purpose is to what? It's to serve your husband. Not to be single. Now, in this time and age, hey, if a woman's single, like I said, it could be in a perfect world. A woman being single just means she hasn't found her husband yet, or he hadn't found her. But it was never meant to be that way perpetually, just a woman being without a damn husband. Devon Franklin is going off and really trying to get in your pockets. And as a matter of fact, when you read in Ecclesiastes, it mentions the helpmeet part again. Ecclesiastes 36:24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession. That's right, you own her. She's yours. A help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. See, the woman is like the assistant manager. She's here to assist you. Now, this dude going on, making out, like there's nothing wrong with single women. Well, the scriptures, when you read in the different stories, it was a reproach for a woman to not have a husband. As a matter of fact, in the time's coming when the women are going to ask if they can only be called by a man's name to take away that reproach. This is Isaiah 4:1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name. What is it when a woman is called by your name? She take on your name, that means she's your wife. She's yours. She's your property. She's your possession. Only let us be called by thy name. For what reason? To take away our reproach. What does the word reproach mean? Let's look at it. And there were women that were reproached that did not have husbands in the scriptures. Right? The word reproach means reproach, scorn, reproach resting upon condition of shame, disgrace. It's a shame and a disgrace. It was always a shame and a disgrace when women went a lengthy time but didn't have husbands. Every woman wanted to be a wife and have children. This is what they wanted. Women literally begged men if they got up to an age and they didn't have children, they prayed that the Lord will open up their womb and that they will bring forth children. That's the purpose that women were put here for. Women weren't put here to walk around just looking to be community pussy. That's not what they was put here for, community titties. They were put here to bring forth children, to be a helpmeet. Now, first and foremost, to be a helpmeet and a pillar of rest to her husband, right? To help him and to be, second in authority. But they were also put here, that's in the job description, is bringing forth children. See, it says contumely disgrace. It's a disgrace for women not to have a husband. Rebuke, reproach, and shame. See? And it's so in the times to come, leading up to the kingdom, women are gonna flock the men of the Lord. And it says here, and in that day, 7 women, a complete number of women, shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name, to take away our reproach. You see, in that day shall the branch of the Lord be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel. It's for the elect. The elect men are going to have, they're going to be like, you're going to be on top. Let's put it like that. All right. You're going to be on top, and you're going to have your choice of women, and women are not going to view it as a disgrace or as disrespect, to be a number of a man's wives. You ain't gonna be the only one, and it's not gonna be a disrespectful thing. It's gonna be to be had in great esteem, to be one of a chosen man's wives. Now, if you go to 1 Timothy 5 here, I want to read something out of this particular. Just hold on here. This is what the Lord, through the Apostle Paul, would want for women. It says here, just hold on. I'll start up here at verse 11. You know what? Let's just jump down. Verse 14, 1 Timothy 5:14. I will therefore that the younger women marry, bear children. See that? Guide the house. Give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully. Single women out there doing all kind of everything, that's a reproach. Women that don't take care of their children, don't guide the house. Women that don't have children, don't guide the house. They're not wives. They are viewed upon as what? They're looked upon in a negative light as far as, back during these times and in the times to come. Every woman is going to have a husband. There ain't going to be no single women, running around in the kingdom of heaven. Now, don't take that wrong. Women are going to be single at a time, but it's going to be, society's going to be, women are going to be raised from a young age to want to be wives, is what I mean to say. All right. Because before, we're going to have weddings and stuff, marriages in the kingdom. So, of course, at some point, a woman is going to be single, but she's going to be looking towards and looking forward to being a wife. I will therefore that the younger women marry, bear children, guide the house, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully. For some are already turned aside after Satan. You see that? There you go. If any man or woman that believe have widows, let them relieve them, and let not the church be charged, that it may relieve them that are widows indeed. And how you going to relieve them? You're going to relieve them by, hey, they're going to get husbands. In our time now, they're going to get husbands. So, and you women that's going to come on the comment board and talk your shit and say how much you single and you in the truth, ain't nothing wrong with it. Yeah, but guess what? If you hope, you ain't going into the kingdom like that. You're going to need to hook up with a brother. You see? You looking forward to getting a husband. That's why you here. That's why you on our comment boards. That's why you come by the camps. The Most High is doing it. He's the one that's doing it. You think you're doing it. You ain't doing it. The Lord gonna hook the sisters up with husbands. The ones that don't have husbands already, you're gonna get husbands. And that's just the bottom line. You're gonna get with brothers and hey, you're gonna be happy. And men gonna be happy. You're gonna be happy with their many wives. Hey, in the beginning, a brother, you might be his first wife, and it may be a period of time where it's only you. Enjoy it while it lasts. Because going into the kingdom, we're going to have, hey, during Jacob's trouble, brothers are going to be getting wives. We already know that. But this guy right here, Devon Franklin, he was going off. All right, so Lord willing, you can see that. And don't be taken by these false prophets, because all he's trying to do is keep his pocket stuff, keep his popularity up, and soothe his own pain. But it ain't going to soothe. Hey, let me tell you what's going to happen, Devon Franklin. If you don't turn into a faggot, all right, if you don't turn into a faggot and they punk you out, which you might be already, you're going to meet another chick, and then you're going to be with her for a while, then she going to do some bullshit. Because that's what this setup gives you, man. That's all it is to it. And at the end, if you don't repent, you're going to be destroyed your own self. So, whatever. That's it, brothers and sisters. Devon Franklin is going off. Women were made for men. Women were made to be wives. All right? We'll see you again soon, Lord willing. All praise to YAHAWAH, BaHaSHam, YAHAWASHI. Shalom.